Here in the kitchen with Dr. Elizabeth Hall, registered dietitian from Food City. Like Amy said, it's one of my favorite months of the year. It's beef month.
And it's one that maybe a lot of us don't realize is even happening.
Right.
But yes, July is beef month in Tennessee, so everyone should celebrate, right?
Absolutely. Go out, have a steak today. That's or a hamburger or something, or some beef and broccoli. And we're talking about beef and broccoli right now.
Yes, definitely. And you know, we kind of touched on what lean beef would be in the first segment. And really any protein can be considered lean. It has to meet certain standards by the FDA. So it has to have less than maybe 4.5 grams of saturated fat, less than 95 milligrams of cholesterol, less than 10 grams of total fat. And if it meets that criteria, that means it can be called lean. So if you're looking for that in the store, you might want to look for that word loin in the name. So this is a sirloin.
And I would also look for this little tag right here. That certified Angus beef is a great way to go.
And that even meets additional standards that we have at Food City.
Yes,
high quality, delicious. So look for sirloin, look for tenderloin, look for that word round in the name, and that would be a leaner cut of beef. And that's what we're making with our recipe today. So first, I'm just going to remove my tag because we don't want that in there,
don't want to put, it's a great sign, but we just don't want to eat it.
Yes, so I'm going to put my steak in the crock pot here. Let me squeeze around
You've got to love, this is one of the best appliances ever made. I love having a crock pot.
I totally agree. You know, Chris, it really gets that dinner on the table quickly, doesn't it? And you could even use a liner for this recipe if you'd like. I've definitely done that before, and that way cleanup is even easier.
A breeze then.
Yes, love that. So I put my steak in there, and depending on how much steak you're cooking, you might need more or less of this marinade I'm going to put on there. So just kind of play it by ear, but I'm going to add in all of my ingredients first. A little bit of brown sugar. If you're going for more of a savory or spicy feel, you could leave that out. You could add some sriracha or hot sauce, whatever you'd like. I'm adding a little bit of sesame oil. I don't know if you can smell that. Super strong sesame oil.
A little bit of that goes a long way.
It really does, but it really adds that extra flavor to your meal. And then I also have some low sodium soy sauce here, so I'm adding that in, and then some garlic, of course.
You gotta have some garlic.
You gotta have garlic in there, and I'm using minced garlic, but if you only have powdered garlic at home, that's fine as well. And then some broth. You could use chicken broth, but beef broth works great in this recipe too. So I have all of that in there. I'm just gonna give that a quick whisk. Smells so good already, just so that sugar kind of dissolves a little bit. I'm going to pour that over the top. And then depending on how much you're cooking, again, will depend on how long your cooking time is. Typically, you know, on low, if you can manage it for about, 6 to 8 hours. Or if you want to do it on high, you can if you're in a bind. If you just decided to make this tonight, maybe you could go for about 4 hours on high. But you're looking for the internal temperature there, and that's something that's really important for lean meat too. You want to use your food thermometer. I brought mine today. This is handy dandy.
Vital.
So easy.
So vital.
Yes, so easy to use. And a lot of times if you don't like lean beef, it's probably because you're overcooking it, right? So you want to go for 145, that's what you're looking for, and then if you're using your ground beef, it's about 160. Yeah, so that's what you're looking for that. But then when this is almost done, you're just going to take out some of that liquid, add a little bit of cornstarch if you want a thicker sauce. And then at the very end, I also add some broccoli because I don't want the broccoli to cook too much, just a little bit. I still want it to have that crisp. Stir that up, and I've served it over rice up here.
Well, we're going to come back in a few moments and show you the finished product here. Beef and broccoli. It is beef month, and they got some great recipes right there. Check out foodcity.com.